Right, we're going to start scraping this in, but before I do that I want to try and make this a bit more rigid. The easiest way of doing that will be to put in these bolts finally. And to do that, I'm getting the big set square. Okay, so big it doesn't fit. So like I said, I'm getting the set square. Yeah, thought it would be. I can't believe it took me as long as it did to consider oiling the threads on these clamps. If you put two cords together and you do them like this, then pulling on them only makes them come together more strongly. It doesn't mean that they disconnect. Okay, I'm going to have to rethink this. Okay, I'm going to have to screw this in anyway. Right, I also need to do the other side, but I'm going to do the what's the name size while I've still got it. I'm going to do the tapping size while I've still got this in. Oh, it's doing it, but it's not happy about it. I may have to countersink this one, file this out a bit and put a hex head countersink bit in, because I don't think there's going to be room for a hex head. And a bit more tapping. You ever have one of those think jobs where you know it has to be done, and you really should do it, but you're putting it off because you think it'll be a hassle? I just resharpened my 8mm drill bits, and I wish I'd done it a lot sooner. I'm going to have to do a bit better filing, I think. Alright, hopefully that's got it. Now to bolt these on, hopefully for the last time. Right, that's one side secure. Let's get the clamps back out. Right, now to put away the clamps. Right, now to gang out the last two. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing, but I don't really feel like moving the camera. It's just drilling some holes. You've seen it before, I'm sure. This is the one I have to be careful with because I only want to drill through the... Oh good, I don't need that horrible one. Yeah, that should add a lot of rigidity to the column. The main reason I went through that trouble is so that when I scrape in the top of this, again, the two ways won't flex against each other. So bolting these should prevent that. Alright, start scraping this in. That part isn't actually scraping in, it's just getting rid of the rough finish left by the face mill. I also need to still file here. Print it in. I know I started scraping in the ways on there, but it occurs to me if I work on the internals of the shaper column, I might be able to thin down the front casting a bit more to get some better contact. These are patterns for the support bosses for the yoke, where they'll support these will go on either side of the column like so, and between there will go the axle that will support the bottom of the yoke. Well, I need to put some lacquer on and sand it back to make it a bit smooth before I can actually cast with them. The thought occurred to me that I don't need to lacquer the part of the pattern that will be going against the sand. I'm lacquering to make it easier to pull out, not to make it look nice after all. So I'm not going to bother lacquering the bottom of them. For this next part I might need to do a little bit of working out, because I need to make some things for the bullwheel. There are 4 what's names on this side, 3 on this side, and an inch across. According to this it's 14 degrees. Right, set this to 14. As I was saying, set this to 114. Sorry, not that, 104. I was thinking to myself, I wish I had a third hand to hold the bar there. Then it's like, oh yeah, the vice. Now, if I've done that right, which I have not. Okay, it seems I want 28. Yeah, it's about right. So I want about 27.5, I'd say. Right, I'm going to set the bandsaw so instead of cutting straight, it cuts at an angle of 27.5. So I take my protractor and the spanner. While I'm at it, I'll grab this too. This is the sprocket we'll be using. I need to face the front of it off to make it smooth, and also to bore the centre out to take the 20mm diameter shaft that we'll be using, which is a job for the lathe. I'm going to flip the drawers around. Going by ichrometer for this first bit. Oh, that is out of ground. Yep, I'll take that. I'm going to do my best to stay away from the teeth part of this. Well, that was fun. I think we just proved that yes, this lathe can cut steel. Fairly nice finish, not amazing, but it's okay. Hey look, steel swarf, not aluminium or Zamac. That was to make sure that this surface is smooth. I want just enough length that it will come through, but no more than that. That's about as close as I want the carriage getting. This is the part that will go on here. And yep, it fits. Do 3 more just like it, please. When you're doing uninterrupted cuts, this carbide is amazing stuff. Long way to go on the boy. Just started the third piece now. I'm doing a 1/4 millimeter depth of cut, which, bearing in mind that's a radius, works out to a diameter of 1/2 millimeter. So we're on about 16 now. It should be 17 or 16.75 I should say. Right, it's close enough that I'm going to risk taking it out. Need to put a set screw on this, and in order to do that I need to file a flat. M8 I think. Alright, 7mm I want. I'll be right back. Alright, back again. I did a small 8mm counterbore in here to reduce the sheer amount of tapping. I'm going to need the horrible tack wrench. Right, I'll leave that there for now. The way these will be arranged, like so. There will be a sliding nut going between these, and one of these going into the sliding nut.